What y'all got going on YouTube, man? It's your boy Casey Ferrer. Stay Ferrer, cause I'm only about 6 foot Joe. Hey man, we back with another one. For this video, we only have 10 minutes. I'm gonna drop a dime for y'all right now, man. I was making $70,000 a year. You heard me right. You know, before the age of 22, I was making $70,000 a year. And most of my money went back into investing into my business because I was self-employed. It went back into investing into my business, taking care of staff, doing stuff like social security, all of these different stuff, and even trying to build myself up. I was trying to buy my first vehicle, all types of stuff around that moment. So that was like a very mature part of my life so far. You know, I'm 22 still, but we're talking about last year and stuff like that. I decided to make a great shift. I left my income. That was it. I decided to leave and stop cutting hair at the barbershop, and I decided to do host calls while I work for someone. I wanted to see what it was like to be a employee instead of a employer. And it was a very humbling experience. It was actually well needed. It made me appreciate my business a lot more now, because I mean, it was as simple as just not paying the rent and going to see what it was like. Or well, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that's one way to do it, but in my case, my rent was still being paid because, like, I'm at a very good spot in the city. I have a barbershop. I'm at a very good spot, and I don't want to, like, lose it. And I work with my dad and stuff, so I can't really be selfish. So it's like, at the end of the day, I have, like, an authority figure there with me as well. So I just decided to just leave. That's it. It wasn't too complicated. I just left. You know, I didn't have that much ties besides my skill and my barber chair and my tools, but they're all portable, so I just left. And I said, you know, any customer I need to cut, I can just do them mobile. I need to go and work somewhere that has a fixed salary, so I'm getting a fixed salary. I want to see what it's like to be an employee. I need that shift. I am so grateful I did that. Now, that doesn't mean if you guys are making some good money just to quit so you can get the knowledge, no. But in my case, I felt like my life wasn't really being progressive. And yeah, I was making good money, but it was being spent fast as well. So in a sense, I never really had any money like that. You know, so I'm like, damn, man. And, you know, it's all about perspective, too, because for $100 for one person, $100 might be a lot of money, but $100 to someone else might be like a little bit of money. But you see, it all comes down to perspective, because $100 for one person might be a little bit expensive, but $100 for someone else might be a little bit cheap. So in my case, it was like, yeah, I'm making the money, but it's not really doing anything for me. I'm very ambitious. I like having more. So I'm constantly like learning and shifting perspectives. So I said, you know what? You know what would have been a great like perspective for me to just grasp? The perspective of being an employee. I want to see like how hard it is to survive. You know, like to really just, you know, because I really raised from like a rough childhood as a kid coming up, but as a kid you don't really have any responsibilities to feel the burden like that, because you know at the end of the day you got to eat from your mom or your dad. But as an adult, the responsibility is you, and if you don't go to work, if you don't lock in, you basically can't eat. You can't do anything. You know, that's what the reality is as an adult. So after leaving, I applied to many jobs with my resume. I had to tweak my resume a bit. Some places accepted me. Some places didn't. A lot of them didn't. A lot of them didn't even call back. Some of them called back too late when I already went back to my barbershop job. I was hired at this place to be a bartender. It was nice. I enjoy bartending. It's cool. I have bartenders in my family. My grandmother was a professional bartender, licensed at that. I was not licensed, so you know, your boy was doing his thing, but like I had a little issues remembering certain drinks and shit. But I mean, all that is in the game. And I ain't gonna lie, I had fun and I got a decent pay, but eventually they just let me go. And yeah, I guess I don't know how to put it, but time just does its thing, you know. So I dipped and I said, you know what? I like that experience. I fuck with it. At least I can see what the staff is like and shit like that. You know, I was able to eat every day because it's hospitality and shit. So I mean, shit, there was so much benefits to it. And I was like, damn, I love this perspective. It made me love being self-employed a lot more because I could be on my phone whenever I want as a barber. Like right now, I'm recording a YouTube video during my working hours. This is a privilege, and I was grateful for this experience. Moral of the story, because we're like midway in the video. Moral of the story is, you never know what you have until you lose it, and you have to like just be grateful for what you have. Like you can't really compare to like someone else and what they got going on. You don't know what they did to do it, and you don't know the speed of their life. You know, I might get a Lamborghini tomorrow at 22, and you might be driving a fucking Nissan Altima. But shit, God forbid, I might die at 23, and you live to be 90. So who really won the race? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, shit like that. God forbid, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't really compare your life to nobody else. You just gotta do your own thing. And remember, like, we're all blessed. We're all made in the image of God. And there's gonna be like moments where you should doubt yourself and shit like that. It's just like a natural psyche thing. It's like a natural psychological thing. It's like the human psyche. We're always gonna be like that. That's why they say the self-improvement journey is low-key a scam. Because you're gonna always wanna like improve. Like you're never gonna be like, oh, I'm in my right place. I feel content with everything I have. If you have a mindset like that, that's actually like more concerned. Like I'm more concerned for you, bro. Like what you mean? You're contented with everything. But you're always gonna want more, you know what I'm saying? So that was my situation. It humbled me, and I'm back to work now. Now I'm managing myself a lot better. I'm living more minimalistic, making more investments, kicking back, relaxing, just enjoying life, regardless of what my bank account's saying. Because I know at the end of the day, I am who I am, and I'm born wealthy. So I will acquire what the world has to offer, and whatever is meant for me, I'm gonna get it. It's like literally inevitable. Like it has to be mine, and that's the mindset I think anyone should have. Like anything you desire is inevitable. You can get it. Literally, just get it. Like the thought that you might have on you not yet having it is the thought that's gonna self-sabotage you, bro. I'm telling you, like, if you wanna, like, for example, let me give you a good example. If you wanna be a great musician or a great artist, the thought of you being like, oh shit, I'm not great yet, or oh, I'm almost there, I want to be a great artist one day. No, you are the great artist right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all perspective. You are the great artist now. Just keep improvising and improving, not improvising. Just keep improving on the person you are now. You know, you're supposed to be in a competition with yourself. Whatever you want, you literally already have it. You know, and that's my mindset. I was too trapped in the worldly definition of success, you know, like having certain amounts in your bank account and being able to show off a fucking stack, you know, but it's really deeper than that. Success comes in many forms, in your health, in your people that you attract in your life. I start to realize that I attract people of my caliber, and I start to reject or intimidate people who aren't of my caliber, you know, and this is not being egotistical, but it's just the realism of life, you know. Some people are not on the same exact level that you are, you know, and you're not on the same level as some people too as well. And this is what makes life beautiful. And when you realize that, you don't judge people from the standards that you have for yourself. You just allow people to be themselves. And the reason why I really mention this inside of this video with me talking about my income is because when you understand this, bro, you realize that nothing can really like bother you. Like if you make $400 a month, you can organize your life with that. I was talking to a girl last night, and she was telling me she makes like $450 at the end of the month. And me, I'm saying to myself, damn, I done made that money in a day, like one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's like a different lifestyle, a different level of living. But that didn't make me judge her. You know why? Because every single thing else that she has going on for herself screams to me that she's a woman of quality and a woman of class. So it's inevitable. She's eventually going to get $10,000 a month. She's eventually going to, you know what I'm saying? It's inevitable. Once you vibrate at a certain frequency, like what you want, what you desire is inevitable. You're going to get it. So I was able to walk away from making $70,000 a year because I know that regardless, I'm going to reach my goal at the finish line, regardless of what happens. If I wake up tomorrow with one functioning leg, that's not going to stop me from moving, because regardless, I was made to move. And that's the mindset you got to have. Nothing can get in the way of what you want or the goals that you're going after. You should always constantly want to learn or change in perspective, you know, because to me, I think when someone stops learning, that's when you become old. That's when you die, when you stop learning. You're supposed to be learning all the time, honestly, because it's the difference between living and surviving, and learning is a part of living, you know. Survival, you can learn in survival, but you trust me, you don't want to be surviving, my nigga. Survive is like you just trying to just survive day to day, my nigga. You want to live in this life. So it's your boy Casey for real, man. We out this bitch.